special gasoline gory. You made the coffee yet? Huh? You know how to make coffee?
I like it. Once you get all this on.
Hey, you used to getting up this early in the morning. Up on a day off.
That stairway I'll take it just wakes me up like that now. Smile. Good smile.
Alright, so the game plan is this morning, since my weapon's registered out there and the website is down, to be able to register your weapon, you're going to run the camera and call this morning. Then if the website is still down when we get done turkey hunting this morning, you've got your information written down, we'll drive out there from where we're at and register your weapon.
Hopefully I'm seeing doubling up, because normally whenever we shoot turkeys, they don't move.
Well, yeah, if we see two turkeys, I've got weapons registered, so it'll be legal for you to shoot turkey with my weapon. You got your Fort Rucker permit, you got your hunting license, and you got your hunter education card. So my weapon's registered out there, so you can legally shoot a turkey with my weapon.
Toss the gun to me, because that's what Dad's physical therapist did. He was out there hunting with a guy with he had like a 2019 Benelli, and that guy, they ended up almost doubling up because two turkeys walked out. My dad's physical therapist, he shot, smoked it, and the other guy sitting there, his gun jammed.
Oh crap!
Benelli, so he's sitting about from here, 3 feet that way and 4 feet that way, and Dad's physical therapist just grabs the gun and chucks it. He throws it, he grabs it, pow! They doubled up.
That's the kind of stuff I like here, you know, hunting stories like that. Well, now what time does it get daylight? It's still fairly early, and it is 5:30. You about ready to get rolling then? Nasty storm come through. There's all kind of stuff blown down, and
Brock will get it fixed.
doing that.
Brock will get it fixed.
Get what fixed?
The power lines.
Oh well, yeah. If there's any power lines down, Brock will get them done. We're getting out here a little late. We forgot some of our equipment.
How about halfway there, and remember we forgot my hunting license, so we had to go turn around and head back to the house and had to grab all that.
We got to make sure we're legal. We had tried to register Fort Rucker, even though it's public hunting land. It's still a military installation, so their rules and regulations are a little different. You have to register your weapon on Fort Rucker to be able to hunt out here. Now, Fort Rucker post commander is kind enough to allow civilians to come out and hunt Fort Rucker. There's a lot of property, and there's deer hunting, duck hunting, turkey hunting. So pretty much anything is legal. The trapping aspect of it is, I'm not a big trapper, so any of you guys that are interested, you can go to, it's called iSportsman or MWR Fort Rucker, and it'll let you know what you need to do about the trapping. I think it's got to do, like, you gotta have to be able to have your traps out in 24 hours if they call you, and you gotta, I'm just not real up on what you need to do for trapping out here, so you guys can check that on their iSportsman's website. But we're getting out a little late, but I think we're okay because of the bad storm that come through. Lane was telling me these turkeys will probably stay on the roost a little bit longer.
Yeah, they might stay up in the trees a little bit. I mean, we're getting out there at 6:13 right now. Daylight at 6, sunrise at 6, but with this cloud, it's still not all the way up yet. But I think we'll be all right. walk around, see if we can hear some gobbles, try to get one fired up this morning. I'm fired up, I'm pumped. Yeah, this morning.
You excited, bud?
I'm ready to get out there and do some business.
I love that. I'm not a big turkey hunter. If I've got somebody to go with like you, then I'll go. But my biggest problem is most of the folks that I know, and I love deer hunting. I mean, I may get out here in the turkey woods and eventually shoot a turkey and go, oh, I love turkey hunting. And as soon as the season opens, excuse me, I'm in the turkey wood. But
hopefully we'll double up this morning because ain't neither of us ever shot a turkey. But man, wouldn't it be cool to double up?
Double up on our first turkey ever would be fantastic. So I was telling you about Fort Rucker. You have to register your weapon out here. If you are born, I think it's, well, anybody that hunts knows what your legal age is for a hunter education. However, Fort Rucker is different. You have to have a hunter education course to hunt Fort Rucker, period. Doesn't matter your age. If you're 85 years old, you've got to have a
telephone
hunter education course.
Fell down.
Yeah. Looked like they got it replaced though. Did you see that? That's pretty good. Pretty quick work. That's them linemen like Brock. But, so, you got to have the hunter education course out here at Fort Rucker, no matter your age. That's just their stipulation. You have to register your weapon out here. And I don't mind for the privilege of being able to hunt Fort Rucker. It gives us an extra place.
We're walking down that dirt road, and we started calling. And I didn't think we heard anything, but then Uncle Ron heard a gobble. And so I called again, and he was right in our lap, probably about 50 yards from us. So then I called again, and he ran to us, straight to us. Well, I think we ended up calling a little too loud, and he was a little too close. But we're set up right now on this dirt road with the hen down the middle of it. Hopefully we didn't spook him off because he's not gobbling back anymore.
For the viewers of Connection, we are headed out to Fort Rucker again, me and Lane, for an evening hunt. We did hunt this morning. Like you seen on the post, we had a gobbler to hit us. Unfortunately, we could not get in that gobbler. We could not get him to come to us. He gobbled hard, about 3 times, Lane?
Yeah.
And then just for some reason disappeared. Quit gobbling, disappeared. So mine and Lane's theory is while we were calling him, he hooked up or crossed over a hen and got locked up with that hen and followed her off. Don't know that for sure. So, but we're going to go out here. we're going out here, what they call Area 29. We're going to get out here, and actually there's an open field that I know about out here. I think that's one of the areas, Lane, that they were talking about that's been burned off.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured we get out here and just, from what little I know about turkeys, I know that you can pop up a ground blind and get in it. Unlike deer, you got to pop the ground blind up a couple of days early and brush it in, and the deer have to get used to it. From what I understand, you can pop up a ground blind, get in it, and call a turkey in and shoot a turkey out of a ground blind. Now, I don't know that to be true. Just now, this is probably the first season that I've been into turkey hunting really hard. So I'm learning. Lane's taught me quite a bit about turkey hunting here the last week or so that we've been hunting together.
I think it'd be a better idea if, which way, well, once we get in this field, we'll figure out which way the sun's going to set, because Tom will like to come in the field with the sun on his back. They don't like the sun in their face, so we'll set up to wherever the sun's right at our face so we can see.
The sun, so we need to set up with the sun in our face?
Mm-hmm. Either that or off to the side of it. Yeah. It's just, that'll give us a sense of direction of which way they're most likely to be coming on what end of the field.
Now, what if, like, okay, so this morning was cloudy. How would we set up for that? You know, we didn't have enough sun.
Well, when it's cloudy, they'll normally stay in the roost a little bit longer, like we talked about earlier. And so normally you should be able to see them up in the roost, but if they come out to an open field and it's cloudy, I mean, normally they'll stay in the woods when it's cloudy, but if they come to open field, there's no telling. But a Tom will go up to a field, and if he sees that sun on him, he'll walk all the way around it and come to the other side just so he can come in on that sun. Because with that sun on his back, whenever he flares up, his feathers start shining.
If we'd have been just a few minutes early this morning, say 20 minutes earlier, that Tom that hit us this morning probably would have caught him on the roost. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So, yeah, we're hitting Fort Rucker. Hopefully we'll see some turkeys out here. I know there's pigs out here. I've seen turkey tracks. I've seen turkeys in the field, but it wasn't turkey season. Me and Brock, I think it was me and Brock, were out here pig hunting. So, or it might have been deer hunting, I'm not sure, but we did some hunting out here in this area, and we did see some turkeys and some sign of some turkeys and stuff. So we're going out this field. I've been there before. Lane's never been to this field.
It's supposed to be, like you talked about, it's supposed to be going to a hollow.
Yeah.
Down into a creek.
Yeah, it kind of goes down, and then it planes out a little bit, and then goes down a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And then the field runs back that way. There's a road that goes in between the two fields that goes off and goes down into another kind of bottom, kind of a creek bottom a little bit, and it breaks off into another field. So,
they like to have the little strut zones down at the bottom of those hollers, down at the bottom of those hills, especially towards that water. I mean, and you call them up and they'll I mean, they won't hesitate to go up. If the hand's in open field, they ain't gonna hesitate to come up to that open field.
That's another thing. I've got a hen decoy that.
And you want to set up that hen, Jake, lay down?
Yeah.
Think about setting up have a hen laying down and have a Jake standing right over it, because once Tom sees that, he's coming. He ain't thinking twice. That'll piss him off.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when you got a hen laying down and a Jake standing over it, that means the hen's getting ready to let him breed, right? Mm-hmm. So that big gobbler, he's going to want to come over there and interrupt that. And he wants to get in on the game, not let that Jake get in on the game. So, but we're pulling over. We're gonna get suited up, get everything together, and gotta sign in. That's one of the stipulations. Hunting Fort Rucker is you gotta sign in. So we're gonna sign in and get going, and we'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Y'all stay connected as we connect y'all with the outdoors. So we've had a little bit of change of plans. What we were just telling you about Fort Rucker. It is public land, but it's still a federal installation. So their rules and regulations are a little bit different than just regular public land. They have areas. So we were going to Area 29. When we got down there, we found out Area 29 is closed. So we had to readjust recalculate, and we've decided to come into Area 11. Change up our game plan. And that's the thing about, hunting a military installation. Doesn't matter if you're civilian or military, you've got to be willing to change that game plan up. Well, that really kind of goes any kind of hunting you do, anywhere you hunt. You got to be willing to change that game plan up and readjust your game plan to fit what you're going after. So, if we just stuck with the game plan and went 29 and decided that, well, you know what, we're going to go to 29 or we're going home. And me and Lane have a philosophy that a bad day turkey hunt is better than a good day at work or school, right, Bubba?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go after them no matter what. We just changed our game plan up a little bit. So hopefully we'll get in here. It looks like a pretty good spot. We're going to hit 12 in the morning if it's open. And then if 29's open tomorrow evening, we may hit 29 tomorrow evening, or we may come back over here to 11. We're just kind of going to see what we got over here in 11. So y'all stay connected as we connect y'all with the outdoors. Alright, I'm here with Lane. We're back out at Fort Rucker. Lane's decided that we need to try a different tactic. I think it's a good idea. What we've done is we've come out here and took one of our ground blinds and popped it up. Lane's put two decoys out, a hen and a jake. Lane, tell us about how the setup. I mean, what kind of setup do you have out there?
Well, today we got we have a hen laid on the ground and a jake standing over it. And what that means is that jake is about to breed with that hen.
Okay.
And if Tom comes this way, he's gonna come sprinting to that jake and that hen, because nothing more than that pisses the Tom off. So if Tom comes this way and he sees that jake over that hen, he's coming straight for that jake.
He's gonna get mad because the jake's trying to breed his hen in his mind. That's his hen.
And we've also had a bunch of tracks and some dusting over here. Dusting is a very territorial thing for Toms will dust in their areas, where so other Toms know that, hey, this is my area.
Kind of like a buck when he rubs the top of a tree or does a scrape. The dusting kind of tells the other Toms, hey, you stay out of my area, right? Okay, good deal. I think we got a pretty good setup here. We're between two oak trees. I was telling Lane, it looks like somebody's made them a makeshift little ground blind here at one time. There's two pine trees like this on either tree that we're sitting next to, and there's really no pine trees close enough to these two oak trees that they would have fell like that. So there were some other sticks and limbs and stuff on the ground. So we're in a pig area. There's an old pig trap. They do some trapping out here. Again, my buddy J.B. Brunner, thanks for the tip, by the way, again. My buddy J.B. Brunner is a game biologist out here, and they trap pigs as much as they can. They're, how invasive they are. So it's not too bad. It's a little warm, but it's actually a little cool for Alabama, I think. Got a pretty good wind going, so we've got the flaps open. Lane's got it set up so either one of us can get a shot. We've got possible turkeys coming from our left and our right. I'm really not sure what cardinal direction we're in right now, but y'all stay with us and stay connected. Maybe we'll bring you a good turkey on the ground. I'm hoping Lane gets one. For the views of connection, we've ended our 2-day turkey hunt.
Yeah.
We just come out of the woods, not a gobble, not a turkey. We didn't see nothing, but that's okay. We had fun. I was hunting with my nephew, so that's what matters. We had a good time, and that's what it's about. It's having a good time. Again, like a lot of folks have said, taking of the animal or the bird, whatever the case may be, is just icing on the cake. So that's what I think. I enjoyed my time with Lane. We talked about hunting and stuff. So yeah, I had a great time, Lane. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you for taking me out here. I mean, I've definitely learned a lot more about turkey hunting and more about where they go now.
So have I too. So, well, turkey season here in Alabama doesn't go out till May the 4th. So maybe we can get back together. You can come down here and we'll hit it again, and then we'll just make this an annual thing. We'll try to get together at least for a couple of days, maybe 3 or 4 days next year, and turkey hunt. I'll be in that hunting club, so we can get together then.
And we ain't got to go to numbered spots where
Yeah.
they close or open, and we can just go.
Yeah, we can just go. That's a good thing. So you just got to mark where we're going to be. So, well, that kind of wraps it up. I may try to do a little bit of turkey hunting Saturday, and I think me and Lane have been talking about getting together again in a couple of weeks. But until then, for the viewers of The Connection, stay connected as we connect you with the outdoors.